company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. Our new company is Black Series Edition .com. All right, so how do we get around this? Do this. All right, so basically, this is a fellow who has a YouTube channel under Dreamedia. All right. I've seen a few demonstrations by them. As I said before, I'm used to working with our technology on a different level. We don't do ambient light controlled environments. We don't use high-end expensive projectors, calibrated projectors. We don't, our technology is different. It's not where our customers, and I myself who use it all the time, have to be subject to having overpriced expensive projectors in order to make the screen look good. I don't have to worry about ultra short throw compatibilities and all the other stuff I've seen with high-end screens be played with. The narrow viewing cone effect, the fact that you have to have the projector in line with the screen, if not it becomes dark around the edges. And this is my experience of basically testing out certified screens. Now, I think I've made myself quite clear when I stated I'm not interested. I am not interested at all. I'm not interested in any companies at all. I'm not interested in what y'all have at the end of the day, because I see everything y'all do at the end of the day is fake. That is my personal opinion. And the reason why is because we had a demonstration called the 1100 Lumen Challenge in 2019. This is a demonstration. We had a 92-inch screen outside. At around in the afternoon, we used 1100 lumen projected around 12 feet back, produced the image. I called out every company in that demonstration and asked y'all to back y'all tech. No one applied. That video still sits to this day with nobody at the end of the day challenging that demonstration in 2019. From what I've seen in all demonstrations with certified screens, I've seen the exact same thing. Ambient light controlled environment. How do you call a technology at the end of the day ambient light projection if it has to be in an environment that is controlled? It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So again, a lot of high-end, expensive, high-powered projectors that cost the consumers a lot of money. And it does, because you tell them at the end of the day that they have to have this projector. I've never seen a certified company sit there and say, oh, you can use a 720p projector, you'll be just fine. They're not going to tell you that at the end of the day. Not at all. If you're claiming your screens produce contrast levels, no, you do not. Gunmetal screens do not produce the same black level as a screen that's physically black. That's virtually impossible. You guys don't pick up. I don't care how dark your gunmetal is. I've had dark metal screens I've developed on gunmetal technology that were literally so dark that basically that they would turn certified gunmetal screens gray. So again, you will never be able to take on a black screen. It is far more advanced than your gunmetal screens. And the reason why y'all go by this theory, now I don't know if you go by the theory or not, but I talked to a few people in the field about black screens, and they said the reason why black screens are not developed due to the fact that they have a hard time being able to maintain and to be able to produce light. And that's why these screens are done in darker environments. They have a better chance of producing a higher white level, where we can do this technology easily in fully lit environments with no problem whatsoever. So when I say I'm not interested, because what I've seen in the demonstrations, what I've seen in your demonstrations, I saw a dark environment. I saw several screens laid against, I guess, another screen. I saw a demonstration of a car riding up and down. That's not impressive to me. A demonstration would be if you did this on a cheap old projector and did it in a crazy fully lit environment, and you did color patterns and white levels and contrast levels and stuff like that. That would have been impressive, but that's not impressive to me. Right? For me to get an 8K 50,000 lumen projector, and that sounds berserk, but for me to use that in a demonstration, where in the world would the screen be a part of that, at a projector that powerful? Even 10,000 lumens, which I've seen the Sony projector at $50,000, 10,000 lumen ultra short throw projector. At that particular point, you can make notebook paper look amazing. So that means the customer has to pay for that projector in order to get that screen. And this is the reason why, at the end of the day, when I go to TV forum sites, they laugh about projection setups, because again, they consider it to be a 24-hour circus show. You have to go in, you have to dim your lights, you have to darken curtains, you can't let light push in. got screens that wash out, can't pick up proper color. You buy all this money for the expensive projectors and they don't produce images properly. That's why people on forum sites who have OLED TVs laugh at projectors at the end of the day, because it's considered to be a joke. Because you got a screen that at 16 and 70 inches can produce a 100% contrast level. It doesn't need ultra short though at the end of the day. It doesn't need long though at the end of the day. You turn the lights on, it can fully function at every level you could possibly think of. Yeah, that would be a problem. If you're developing a gray screen or a white screen, it would have those issues to begin with because it couldn't maintain color. And at that, you don't produce 100% contrast. You can never compete with an OLED screen at the end of the day. But we can, because our screens are jet black. We have done the one thing that down through time, making screens darker and darker and darker to make them produce higher contrast levels, we now officially have black technology. This is why I say at the end of the day, when it comes to you naysayers and your great products, your untested products, that you literally feel at the end of the day that you definitely make a dent in the home theater projector industry, I tell you, you're not doing anything at all. Your products are old and they're outdated. See the kind of attention we pull in under black technology? You could easily waltz into any form of AVS forums or any form of site and talk about your products, and they wouldn't care. But if we walk in there with black technology, doors are automatically shut from the door, because that technology basically debunks all the gray screen paint technologies and gunmetals and all that stuff at the end of the day. You spend $3,000 for a screen, you can't run it on ultra short throw. You spend $5,000 for a screen, you still can't run it on ultra short throw. You buy a projector with a 2 million to 1 contrast, you can't see black levels. You only see black levels when you hit a black screen, but what's the point of paying the money for the 2 million to 1 if you're never going to use it to begin with? Our screens can operate at 1,000 lumens, fully lit environments, and still maintain without an issue. Where companies will suggest you buy projection screens, projectors at 3,000 and 4,000 lumens. And the reason why people go out and they spend for that 3,000 and 4,000 lumens, because for some reason they think that the picture that's traveling across that 4,000 lumens is going to be to maintain a picture and fight all that ambient light to produce a brighter image right on the screen, when actually it's going to be the opposite. You're going to wash out the image even faster because the screen can't maintain the image. I've seen your technology already. I'm not impressed at all, period. The only thing I've seen, like I said, that I do give credit to is diamond. Diamond technology is extremely good. But we can beat diamond technology because we have black technology, and black technology overpowers a gray screen at the end of the day. So my answer for this is, as I told y'all before, I'm not interested. This is not any way to be disrespectful in any way. It's just that I'm not interested. As I told you before, I'm not interested in any big companies. I couldn't care less what you have and what you design at the end of the day. I will say one thing, that my technology is far more advanced than yours, and I can back it up on any level you can possibly think of. Well, ain't much to say. Ain't really much to say at all. It ain't the first time I've been approached by companies. It's not going to be the last time I've been approached by companies. But they need to know at the end of the day, I'm not interested. Again, y'all charge, what y'all charge for your products, that's y'all business at the end of the day. If you think that I'm basically going to swing in line and do the same thing you guys are doing at the end of the day, that's not going to happen. There's a reason why my screens cost that kind of money at the end of the day, because I designed it so everybody can afford it at the end of the day. And this is why I tell you naysayers at the end of the day, say, now, how can you get that kind of money at the end of the day for his product? Because my product is freaking good, that's why. And even for the price that I sell it for, it's far more cheaper because I have a clientele, or I have people have clienteles that can get me 10 times more than what I sell my product for. But I choose to sell my product for that price because I feel that no one should have to be subjected to buy a $3,000 or $5,000 projection screen. Well, gentlemen, and not those other gentlemen, the gentlemen of certified screens, if you're terrified of the new technology we have now, wait till you see what's coming in the future. This is nothing. This is just the beginning stage of what we're doing. As I told you before, I said no more screen paints. Didn't say anything about physical projection screens. That's our next level. That's what you're going to have to really worry about. Because the technology we're working on now is far more advanced than what you're seeing right now. And that is going to be freaking crazy. The fact that we can develop this technology less than months. It took us, as I said before, built a new company, tested, designed, backed, less than 3 weeks. So imagine exactly 2 years from now, the technology we will have by then. That's why if you're a certified screen, you better get your game up quick. Because I guarantee you, by the time we launch the new stuff, the new certified screens will be coming out, it's going to be lights out on so many levels, it's not even funny. So you got plenty of time to work and get it going. Because man, I expect a challenge by the time we reach that point. I'm expecting a challenge, at least a black certified screen. Please design one. At the end of the day, I love what I want to see, when I want to test against one. I want to see what you had to offer. That makes me excited. Okay, with that being said, for the fellow who sent over the message, like I said, no disrespect and all, but I'm not interested at all, period. I really am not interested. And thank you for the inquiry. Thank you for contacting us and everything from the door. I'm not really interested. At first, I was interested in testing the Dragonfly, but nah, I'm not really interested in it. I got a new path to take now. Before it was basically about backing our technology. We're past that point already. So we already know what our technology is capable of doing. So we don't need that anymore. Our next stage is basically to get the screen out there on the market and to get it out there and get it known. So basically it has a good amount of weight standing behind it. So we can basically move to the next level, which is physical screens. So that's our next stage. But thank you so much for the inquiry. I really appreciate it. All right, that saying, people, we gotta go.